Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night exhausted only to find that hours of tossing and turning have stolen your rest? For many seniors over 60, this isn't a rare occurrence, it's a silent epidemic. Deep sleep, the stage, when your body repairs tissues, strengthens the immune system and consolidates memories, is slipping away from you, night after night, often without you even realizing why. You may blame aging stress or just a restless mind, but the truth is far more subtle and far more dangerous. Recent research from the Journal of Gerontology shows that even a single night of disrupted deep sleep can raise the risk of stroke, increase blood sugar levels, and accelerate muscle loss in seniors. And the frightening part, in many cases the culprit is hiding in plain sight in your own home, right in your evening habits. Most people never suspect that something as simple as your nightly routine, the timing of your meals, or a cup of tea after dinner could be slowly sabotaging your body and mind while you sleep. Consider this: Mr. Lee, a 68-year-old retired accountant, had struggled for years with fatigue, memory lapses, and irritability. He told his doctor, "I'm just getting older, that's all. I can't sleep deeply anymore." Yet, after a detailed assessment, it turned out that Mr. Lee drank 2 cups of green tea every evening after dinner. That small habit, seemingly harmless, was keeping his brain in a state of alertness when it should have been winding down. The caffeine in his tea delayed the deep sleep stages, reducing the restorative power of his night. In just 2 weeks of cutting out evening caffeine, Mr. Lee noticed he woke up feeling genuinely refreshed for the first time in years. But caffeine is just the tip of the iceberg. Many seniors unknowingly expose themselves to bright screens late at night, televisions, tablets, or smartphones which emit blue light. This light tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Miss Tanaka, a 72-year-old former schoolteacher, spent her evenings scrolling on her tablet. Her sleep was shallow, fragmented, and she woke multiple times each night. Once she established a screen-free window of 2 hours before bedtime, her sleep improved dramatically, and she even noticed her mood and memory sharpened. Even more subtle are habits like late dinners, alcohol before bed, or irregular sleep schedules. Each of these may seem small or inconsequential, yet combined they form a perfect storm that robs your body of deep restorative sleep. Heavy meals late in the evening force your digestive system to stay active when it should be resting. Alcohol may initially make you drowsy, but fragments REM sleep later in the night, and inconsistent bedtimes confuse your internal clock, leaving you awake when you should be in deep recovery. The consequences go far beyond feeling tired. Lack of deep sleep in seniors is strongly linked to cognitive decline, higher blood pressure, increased risk of heart disease, and even a weakened immune system. Imagine your body trying to repair itself while being repeatedly interrupted by these hidden saboteurs. Over months and years, the cumulative damage can be significant, quietly increasing the risk of serious health issues that most seniors would never suspect were related to their evening habits. I'm telling you this not to scare you unnecessarily, but because knowledge is the first step toward control. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, I want you to consider this: what small habit in your routine could be stealing your sleep, silently undermining your health and adding years to your fatigue? Recognizing the problem is the first and sometimes hardest step toward reclaiming your rest, your energy, and your well-being. Over the next sections, I will reveal the 5 evening habits that destroy deep sleep for seniors over 60 and show you practical steps to fix them tonight. You will hear real stories of people just like you seniors who struggled for years, then transformed their nights and their health by making small but critical changes. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to protect your brain, your heart, and your body while you sleep, and the confidence to make changes that will truly last. So stay with me, because the habits you think are harmless tonight could be silently stealing your most valuable health asset, your deep restorative sleep. And once you understand exactly what they are, you can take action and finally wake up feeling the way you deserve: energized, alert, and alive. For many seniors, a cup of tea or coffee in the late afternoon seems harmless, almost like a small comfort after a long day. But what if I told you that even a single cup of caffeine after 3 p.m. could quietly destroy your deep sleep tonight? For older adults, this is not just about feeling a little drowsy in the evening. It can have serious consequences for brain function, heart health, and overall well-being. Caffeine is a stimulant, and its effects on the body are long-lasting. While a younger adult might metabolize caffeine quickly, seniors often process it much more slowly. Studies from the Harvard Medical School show that caffeine consumed even 6 hours before bedtime can reduce total sleep time by over an hour and significantly decrease deep restorative sleep stages. Deep sleep is the phase when your body repairs cells, strengthens memory, and regulates hormones. Without it, seniors are more prone to cognitive decline, mood disorders, and weakened immunity. Let me tell you about Mr. Lee, a 68-year-old retiree who loved his evening tea. Every night he would brew 2 cups of green tea after dinner while reading the newspaper. He assumed it was harmless. After all, he wasn't staying awake intentionally. Yet week after week he noticed he was waking multiple times each night, feeling unrested and increasingly forgetful. His doctor initially suspected early signs of memory decline. However, after discussing his habits, the culprit became clear. The late evening tea was delaying his brain's transition into deep sleep. The surprising part is that caffeine doesn't just keep you awake, it actually interferes with the brain's natural restorative processes. Caffeine blocks adenosine, a neurotransmitter that promotes sleepiness, meaning your body struggles to enter the deep stages of sleep even if you feel tired. Over months, this interference can accumulate, leading to chronic fatigue, increased blood pressure, and even higher risk of heart complications in seniors. It's not only tea or coffee. Chocolate, certain sodas, and even some pain medications contain caffeine. Many older adults unknowingly consume caffeine in the late afternoon, thinking it won't affect them. But the truth is stark. Your body's ability to metabolize caffeine slows with age, making late evening intake a serious threat to the quality of your sleep. Miss Park, a 70-year-old former office manager, experienced similar problems. She couldn't understand why she kept waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. feeling exhausted despite going to bed early. She also suffered from high blood pressure and mild joint pain. After removing her habitual 4 p.m. coffee, she noticed a remarkable improvement. She reached deep sleep more quickly, woke feeling refreshed, and her daytime fatigue diminished significantly. Even her blood pressure readings improved slightly over a few weeks. You might be wondering, I need my afternoon tea to stay awake for evening activities. What should I do instead? The solution is simple but powerful. Replace caffeinated beverages with non-caffeinated alternatives in the afternoon. Herbal teas like chamomile, rooibos, or peppermint are excellent choices for seniors because they promote relaxation without interfering with sleep cycles. Drinking water or a light decaffeinated beverage also keeps you hydrated and supports your body's natural overnight repair processes. Another lesser-known tip: if you must consume caffeine, do it before 1 p.m. at the latest. This gives your body enough time to metabolize it before your evening deep sleep window begins. Combine this with a consistent bedtime routine, and you'll notice profound changes in sleep depth and quality within days. Think about this. A single cup of late afternoon tea or coffee might seem trivial, but its effects ripple throughout your night, subtly stealing hours of restorative sleep and increasing your risk for fatigue, memory lapses, and even cardiovascular problems. For seniors over 60, controlling caffeine intake is one of the simplest and most impactful ways to protect your health and reclaim deep, refreshing sleep. So tonight, pay attention to that cup in your hand. Ask yourself, could this small habit be quietly sabotaging the sleep my body desperately needs? Small changes like switching to herbal tea or water may seem minor, but the benefits are enormous and often visible within just a week. By eliminating or carefully timing caffeine, you give your brain and body the chance to enter true restorative sleep, repair damage, and wake rejuvenated. Isn't it time to let your nights finally work for your health instead of against it? In today's world, it's almost impossible to avoid screens. Smartphones, tablets, televisions, and even laptops have become a staple of our evening routines. For seniors over 60, these devices may seem harmless, a way to read the news, watch dramas, or connect with family. But lurking behind their convenience is a hidden threat: blue light. This invisible wavelength emitted by screens can sabotage your sleep in ways you may never suspect. Melatonin, the hormone responsible for signaling your body that it's time to sleep, is highly sensitive to light. When your eyes are exposed to blue light, melatonin production drops, delaying your body's natural transition into deep sleep. For seniors who already experience a natural decline in melatonin production with age, this disruption can be particularly harmful. Even small amounts of evening screen exposure can reduce deep sleep duration and make it harder to feel fully rested in the morning. Take Miss Tanaka, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Tokyo. Every evening, she would spend 2 to 3 hours scrolling through her tablet, catching up on news and messages from family. Despite going to bed at 10 p.m., she woke up at least 3 times per night feeling groggy and irritable. She assumed that sleepless nights were simply part of aging. Yet when her doctor asked about her evening habits, the culprit became clear. The blue light from her tablet was suppressing her melatonin and keeping her brain alert. After she stopped using screens 2 hours before bedtime, her sleep dramatically improved. Within a week, she reported falling asleep faster, experiencing fewer awakenings, and waking refreshed. The effects of blue light go beyond just sleep onset. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine shows that exposure to screens in the evening reduces REM and deep sleep, both critical for memory consolidation and emotional regulation. Seniors who consistently use screens before bed are at a higher risk for memory lapses, irritability, and daytime fatigue. Even seemingly benign habits like checking messages in bed or watching TV while eating dinner can accumulate into significant sleep disruption over months and years. What makes this problem insidious is that many seniors aren't aware of the connection. Blue light doesn't feel intense, and the devices themselves seem comforting, not harmful. Yet your body is deceived. Your brain interprets the light as daytime, suppressing the hormones that prepare you for rest. In essence, every hour you spend on your device before bed is an hour stolen from your body's restorative processes. Ms. Tanaka's story is far from unique. Mr. Nakamura, 67, loved watching late-night dramas on his large-screen television. He didn't understand why he felt exhausted despite spending 8 hours in bed. Once he dimmed the screen, limited viewing to earlier in the evening, and used a pair of blue light-blocking glasses, his deep sleep improved within days. He felt more alert, less anxious, and even his mild joint stiffness seemed less bothersome as the body could fully repair itself during uninterrupted sleep. The solution doesn't require abandoning technology entirely. Simple practical steps can make a significant difference. Limit screen use at least 1–2 hours before bedtime. Use night mode settings or blue light filters on devices and dim screens whenever possible. Consider replacing evening screen time with relaxing activities such as reading a physical book, gentle stretching, or listening to calming music. These habits signal your brain that the day is ending and prepare your body for restorative sleep. It's worth remembering that small, consistent changes yield the biggest results. One evening of uninterrupted screen-free time won't completely restore your sleep, but making it a nightly habit can gradually retrain your body to enter deep sleep more quickly and stay there longer. Think of it as clearing the path for your brain to perform its essential nighttime repairs. So tonight, before picking up that tablet or turning on the TV, ask yourself, is this habit helping my body heal, or is it keeping me awake? The answer may surprise you. For seniors, controlling blue light exposure is one of the most effective and easiest ways to reclaim deep restorative sleep. By prioritizing a screen-free window and protecting melatonin production, you allow your body to repair itself, improve memory, regulate hormones, and wake up energized. The difference may not be immediately dramatic, but within days and weeks you'll notice how much lighter, calmer, and more rested you feel each morning. Dinner is often the highlight of the day, a time to relax, enjoy good food, and connect with family. But for seniors over 60, the timing and content of that dinner can silently sabotage your deep sleep. Heavy or late-night meals force your body to work overtime when it should be resting, directly interfering with the restorative processes that occur during deep sleep. Your digestive system, like all other organs, follows a natural circadian rhythm. At night, your metabolism slows and your body focuses on repair, detoxification, and memory consolidation. When you consume a large meal late in the evening, your stomach and intestines remain active, diverting blood and energy to digestion instead of allowing your body to enter deep sleep. This can result in lighter, fragmented sleep, frequent awakenings, and decreased time in the deep restorative stages of sleep. Mr. Park, a 65-year-old retired engineer, experienced this firsthand. He enjoyed hearty dinners late in the evening, often rich in red meat, fried foods, and sauces. Over time, he noticed he was waking up multiple times at night feeling bloated and restless. His fatigue carried over into the day, and he struggled to maintain his usual morning walks. When he discussed his routine with his doctor, the connection became clear. His late-night feasts were actively preventing deep sleep. By shifting dinner to 6–7 p.m. and keeping it light, lean protein, vegetables, and minimal starch, he began to sleep more soundly within a week. He woke up refreshed and regained energy for daily activities. Late or heavy dinners do more than disrupt sleep. They can affect cardiovascular health and glucose regulation, especially in seniors. Studies indicate that eating large meals at night can raise post-meal blood sugar and blood pressure, increasing the risk of heart disease and diabetes. For seniors who may already face age-related changes in metabolism and blood vessel elasticity, this habit quietly amplifies long-term health risks. Even seemingly healthy foods can interfere with deep sleep if consumed too late. For instance, high-protein meals require more energy to digest, while spicy or greasy foods may cause acid reflux, leaving you tossing and turning. On the other hand, a light balanced dinner containing vegetables, small portions of lean protein, and complex carbohydrates promotes stable blood sugar and allows your body to transition smoothly into deep sleep. Miss Kim, 70, struggled for years with shallow sleep and vivid, sometimes unsettling dreams. She often enjoyed a late dinner with family around 8 p.m. After consulting with her physician, she shifted her main meal to earlier in the evening and replaced heavy dishes with lighter options. Within 10 days, her sleep became deeper and more continuous. She noticed she could think more clearly in the morning, felt less irritable, and even her mild arthritis pain seemed less pronounced, likely due to better overnight recovery. A lesser-known strategy to support deep sleep is incorporating a small pre-bedtime ritual such as herbal tea or a warm glass of milk instead of a full meal. These light additions signal to your body that the day is ending and help prepare the digestive system for rest. Avoid snacks high in sugar or fat after dinner, as they can spike blood sugar and keep your brain alert, interfering with deep sleep cycles. Think of it this way. Your body spends the night repairing tissues, consolidating memories, and regulating hormones. When you force it to focus on digestion instead, you're essentially asking it to do two conflicting jobs at the same time. Over time, this reduces the quality of deep sleep, leaving you chronically tired, foggy, and less able to maintain muscle mass or manage stress. So tonight, consider the timing and content of your dinner. Ask yourself, am I nourishing my body in a way that supports deep sleep, or am I unknowingly keeping it awake by making even small adjustments? Eating earlier, choosing lighter meals, and avoiding late snacks, you give your body the opportunity to fully rest, recover, and wake up energized. Changing this habit may feel small, but for seniors, it can dramatically improve deep sleep quality, enhance daytime energy, stabilize mood, and protect long-term health. By understanding how late dinners affect your body, you reclaim control over the restorative power of your nights. Many seniors believe a small glass of wine or a nightly drink helps them relax and sleep better. It may feel comforting at first, creating a sense of warmth and drowsiness. But here's the harsh truth. Alcohol before bed may make you sleepy initially, but it destroys the deep restorative stages of sleep your body desperately needs. Alcohol interferes with your sleep architecture, particularly REM sleep, which is essential for memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and brain repair. Seniors are already prone to lighter, more fragmented sleep, and alcohol amplifies the problem. Even a single drink in the evening can increase nighttime awakenings, reduce deep sleep, and leave you feeling unrested despite being in bed for 8 hours. Over weeks and months, this chronic disruption can affect cognitive function, memory, and mood. Consider Mrs. Kim, a 70-year-old retired nurse. Each evening, she enjoyed a glass of red wine with dinner. While it helped her relax and fall asleep quickly, she woke up multiple times per night and felt groggy in the morning. She also noticed increased anxiety during the day and occasional heart palpitations. After discussing her habits with her doctor, she stopped drinking alcohol before bedtime. Within a week, she noticed deeper, more continuous sleep and woke up feeling refreshed. She also observed that her mild daytime anxiety decreased and her morning energy returned. What makes alcohol particularly insidious is its deceptive effect on sleep. Initially, it suppresses the central nervous system, which makes you feel drowsy. But as your body metabolizes the alcohol, it causes fragmented sleep, early awakenings, and reduced REM sleep. Studies have shown that seniors who regularly consume alcohol before bed have shorter periods of restorative deep sleep and more frequent nighttime arousals compared to those who abstain. Over time, this can accelerate age-related cognitive decline and contribute to mood disorders. Even small amounts of alcohol can have a significant impact. A single glass of wine or beer may seem harmless, but it can reduce the quality of your deep sleep by 20–30%. This effect is magnified in older adults whose bodies process alcohol more slowly due to changes in liver function and metabolism. The cumulative effect is clear. The habit of drinking before bed may feel relaxing, but it quietly sabotages your body's repair processes and leaves you more fatigued, irritable, and mentally foggy. Miss Lee, 68, shared her experience. She had always enjoyed a nightly cocktail to wind down, but she noticed that she often woke at 2 or 3 a.m., sometimes unable to return to sleep for hours. After switching to non-alcoholic herbal tea in the evenings, her sleep became deeper and more restorative. She also noticed her blood pressure stabilized slightly and she felt more alert and energetic during the day. So what can you do instead? Replace that nightly alcoholic drink with something soothing that promotes sleep naturally. Herbal teas such as chamomile or peppermint warm milk, or simply a calming breathing routine can help your body transition to deep sleep without disrupting REM cycles. Additionally, creating a relaxing pre-sleep ritual, reading a book, gentle stretching, or meditative exercises can replace the need for alcohol as a sleep aid. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself of pleasure. It's about protecting your body's ability to repair itself and maintain cognitive, emotional, and physical health. For seniors, avoiding alcohol before bed is one of the most impactful steps to restore deep sleep, improve daytime energy, and maintain overall well-being. Ask yourself tonight, is that evening drink helping me sleep, or is it quietly destroying the restorative rest my body needs? The answer may surprise you. By choosing a healthier alternative, you give your body a chance to repair, rejuvenate, and prepare for another day with energy, clarity, and vitality. Small changes in habit like eliminating alcohol before bed can yield massive benefits for seniors. Protecting your REM and deep sleep tonight protects your health, your mind, and your quality of life in the years ahead. Many seniors believe they can go to bed whenever they feel tired, thinking their body will naturally adjust. While flexibility sounds appealing, irregular sleep schedules are one of the most overlooked culprits that quietly destroy deep sleep. Your internal body clock, also known as your circadian rhythm, relies on consistency to function properly. When bedtime and wake-up time fluctuate, your body struggles to know when to release sleep hormones like melatonin and when to increase restorative processes during deep sleep stages. Mr. Nakamura, a 67-year-old retired banker, had developed a habit of going to bed at 10 p.m. on weekdays and midnight on weekends. Initially, he thought it was harmless catching up on rest. Yet he noticed persistent fatigue, forgetfulness, and irritability during the day. His doctor explained that inconsistent sleep schedules disrupt the body's natural circadian rhythm, preventing deep sleep and reducing REM cycles. By maintaining a consistent bedtime and wake-up time even on weekends, Mr. Nakamura gradually reclaimed restorative sleep and regained daytime energy. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to irregular sleep schedules because aging naturally shifts the timing of melatonin production and sleep propensity. Irregular bedtimes amplify these changes, causing fragmented sleep, frequent nighttime awakenings, and diminished slow-wave sleep. Over time, this pattern contributes to memory lapses, mood instability, and reduced immune function. Even minor shifts in schedule can have significant effects. Studies show that a 30-60-minute variation in bedtime from day to day can reduce deep sleep duration and increase nighttime awakenings. Many older adults may not even realize the connection, assuming disrupted sleep is simply a normal part of aging. In reality, the body thrives on routine. A consistent sleep-wake cycle allows your brain to anticipate deep sleep periods, regulate hormone release, and optimize cellular repair. Miss Saito, a 70-year-old retired school principal, struggled for years with daytime fatigue and frequent awakenings at night. She often stayed up late watching television or reading, thinking she would sleep in the next morning. When she began following a strict schedule, going to bed at 10 p.m. and waking at 6 a.m., her sleep quality improved significantly. Within 2 weeks, she reported waking up feeling refreshed. Her daytime energy stabilized, and even minor joint pains felt less pronounced, likely due to improved overnight recovery. A lesser-known but powerful technique for seniors is to use light exposure strategically. Morning sunlight exposure helps anchor your circadian rhythm, while dimming lights in the evening signals your brain that it's time to wind down. Coupled with a consistent sleep schedule, this approach reinforces the natural rhythm of melatonin production and deep sleep initiation. Additionally, establishing a calming pre-sleep routine can further signal the body that it's time for deep, restorative sleep. Simple rituals, gentle stretching, reading, or deep breathing exercises performed at the same time every night strengthen your body's internal clock. Over time, this regularity helps you fall asleep faster, reduces nighttime awakenings, and enhances the depth of slow-wave sleep. Think about this. Even if you've corrected other habits like caffeine, late dinners, and alcohol, an irregular bedtime can still undermine your efforts. Your body needs predictability to enter deep restorative sleep. Without it, all the other healthy habits may produce only partial benefits, leaving you tired, irritable, and mentally foggy despite your best intentions. So tonight, consider committing to a consistent bedtime and wake-up schedule. Ask yourself, am I training my body to anticipate deep restorative sleep, or am I confusing it with irregular patterns? The answer may determine whether you wake up refreshed or groggy, alert, or lethargic, energetic, or drained. For seniors over 60, controlling sleep timing is one of the most effective ways to restore deep sleep, protect brain function, and support overall health. Even small consistent changes just 30 minutes earlier or later can produce remarkable improvements in sleep quality, energy, and cognitive function. Your body thrives on routine and your deep sleep depends on it. Even if you've eliminated caffeine, avoided late dinners, reduced alcohol, and maintained a consistent bedtime, many seniors still struggle with restless nights. The hidden culprit: stress hormones, particularly cortisol. Often called the stress hormone, cortisol plays an essential role in your body's fight-or-flight response metabolism and immune regulation. But when it surges in the evening, it can sabotage deep sleep, leaving you tired, irritable, and mentally foggy the next day. In healthy individuals, cortisol follows a natural circadian rhythm, high in the morning to help you wake up and low in the evening to facilitate sleep. For seniors, however, this rhythm can become disrupted. Chronic stress, anxiety, or even unnoticed daily worries can elevate cortisol levels late in the day, signaling your body that it's still time to be alert. The result: difficulty falling asleep, frequent nighttime awakenings, and reduced deep sleep. Mr. Suzuki, a 69-year-old retired businessman, experienced this firsthand. He followed all the recommended sleep habits: no caffeine after lunch, light dinners, minimal alcohol, and a consistent bedtime of 10 p.m. Yet he continued waking at 2 or 3 a.m., unable to fall back asleep. After tracking his routine and discussing lifestyle stressors, it became evident that elevated evening cortisol was preventing deep sleep. By incorporating relaxation techniques such as guided breathing, gentle stretching, and a brief evening walk, he gradually lowered his cortisol levels and experienced more restorative sleep within 2 weeks. High evening cortisol doesn't just affect sleep, it amplifies the negative effects of the habits we discussed earlier. Late caffeine intake, heavy dinners, alcohol, and screen exposure all stimulate cortisol release, even subtly. Combined with natural age-related changes in hormone regulation, this creates a perfect storm that reduces the quality and duration of deep sleep. Over time, chronically elevated cortisol in seniors is linked to memory impairment, increased blood pressure, muscle loss, and heightened risk of cardiovascular disease. Miss Nakamura, a 71-year-old retired nurse, struggled with fatigue, brain fog, and restless nights despite limiting caffeine, alcohol, and late meals. Her doctor suggested mindfulness exercises and a brief 15-minute meditation before bed. Within days, she noticed calmer evenings, fewer nighttime awakenings, and more satisfying sleep. Her improved sleep also led to better mood regulation and increased energy during daytime activities. A lesser-known but highly effective strategy is to focus on cortisol-lowering rituals in the last hour before bed. Practices like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, light stretching, and even journaling about worries can signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. Seniors who implement these routines regularly report longer periods of uninterrupted deep sleep and improved overall health. It's also important to manage stress throughout the day, not just at night. Moderate exercise in the morning or early afternoon, exposure to natural sunlight, and engaging in social or enjoyable activities all contribute to healthy cortisol rhythms. For seniors, maintaining these habits alongside a structured evening routine reinforces the natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to achieve restorative deep sleep. Consider this: your evenings are a combination of your habits and your stress levels. Even if you avoid caffeine, alcohol, and late dinners, high cortisol can silently undermine your efforts. The body is signaling you it's still time to be awake. But with intentional stress management and calming routines, you can train your body to release cortisol earlier in the day, allowing deep sleep to occur naturally. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, ask yourself, am I giving my body the signal to sleep, or is my stress keeping me alert? The difference is profound. By lowering evening cortisol, you enhance your body's ability to enter deep sleep, consolidate memory, regulate hormones, and repair tissues. This simple yet powerful adjustment amplifies the benefits of all the other healthy habits we've discussed. For seniors over 60, managing stress hormones is one of the most overlooked but critical steps in restoring deep restorative sleep. By pairing mindful relaxation techniques with structured evening habits, you give your body the chance to recover fully, wake, refreshed, and maintain optimal health day after day. After exploring the 5 evening habits and the hidden impact of stress hormones, you might be thinking, where do I even start? The good news is that small, practical adjustments tonight can dramatically improve your deep sleep. These fixes are simple, safe, and specifically designed for seniors over 60, allowing your body and brain to finally enter the restorative stages it has been missing. Let's start with caffeine management. Avoid coffee, black or green tea, chocolate, and certain medications containing caffeine after 1-2 p.m. Instead, opt for herbal teas such as chamomile, rooibos, or peppermint. Even a warm glass of water or milk can soothe the body and prepare it for rest. Mr. Lee, a 68-year-old retiree, swapped his habitual evening green tea for rooibos. Within days, he noticed fewer awakenings at night and a more refreshed feeling in the morning. Next is screen management. Limit exposure to televisions, tablets, and smartphones at least 1-2 hours before bedtime. Use dim lighting in the evening and consider blue light blocking glasses if you must use devices. Ms. Tanaka, 72, found that reading a book instead of scrolling her tablet allowed her melatonin to rise naturally, resulting in deeper, more restorative sleep. Even simple adjustments like lowering the brightness on devices or shifting screen time to the afternoon can help reset your body's natural sleep rhythm. Dinner timing and composition are also crucial. Aim to finish your main meal 2-3 hours before bedtime. Keep dinners light. Lean proteins, vegetables, and minimal starch help your body transition into sleep. Avoid heavy, greasy, or spicy foods late at night as they disrupt digestion and reduce deep sleep. Mr. Park, 65, noticed that by moving dinner from 8 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., his nighttime awakenings decreased and he woke feeling more energetic. Alcohol moderation is another quick fix. Avoid wine, beer, or spirits at least 3 hours before sleep, or better yet, skip it entirely in the evening. Replace alcoholic drinks with calming herbal teas or warm milk. Mrs. Kim, 70, eliminated her nightly glass of wine and noticed that she slept through the night without frequent awakenings, and her overall daytime mood improved as well. Finally, establish a consistent bedtime routine. Seniors benefit from going to bed and waking up at the same time daily, even on weekends. Incorporate calming pre-sleep rituals such as gentle stretching, deep breathing exercises, or a short walk. Mindfulness techniques or journaling about your day can help reduce evening cortisol levels, preparing your body for deep, uninterrupted sleep. Mr. Nakamura, 67, found that a 15-minute stretching and meditation routine before bed not only improved his sleep depth, but also reduced daytime fatigue. A lesser-known but highly effective tip is ambient control. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Soft green or warm lighting can help signal that it's time to wind down. Avoid bright overhead lights and consider blackout curtains or a sleep mask if external light is unavoidable. For seniors, these environmental adjustments can significantly enhance deep sleep quality, sometimes even more than dietary changes. Combining these 5 small adjustments, caffeine, screen time, dinner habits, alcohol moderation, and a consistent bedtime routine, creates a synergistic effect. When implemented together, seniors over 60 often notice dramatic improvements within days: faster sleep onset, fewer awakenings, deeper slow-wave sleep, and more energy in the morning. It's important to understand that consistency is key. One night of proper habits isn't enough to reverse years of disrupted sleep, but each night you implement these practices, your body gradually restores its natural sleep architecture. You'll notice improved memory, better mood, stronger immunity, and enhanced muscle recovery. So tonight, start small. Choose 1 or 2 habits to focus on first, perhaps eliminating caffeine and avoiding screens, and then gradually integrate the others. The cumulative effect is transformative. Your body has been silently craving these adjustments for years, and by acting now, you give yourself the gift of deep restorative sleep. Ask yourself, am I giving my body the conditions it needs to fully rest and repair? The answer will determine how refreshed, alert, and healthy you feel tomorrow and for every day that follows. Small changes today lead to a lifetime of better sleep and improved overall health. You've learned about the 5 evening habits that destroy deep sleep: caffeine, screen exposure, late dinners, alcohol, and irregular sleep schedules, and the hidden effect of stress hormones. But knowledge alone isn't enough. The real transformation comes when you integrate these habits into a consistent, sustainable routine that supports deep restorative sleep night after night. For seniors over 60, building these long-term patterns is key to improving energy, mood, memory, and overall health. Consider Mr. Lee, 68. After eliminating evening tea, limiting screen time, eating lighter dinners, skipping alcohol, and maintaining a regular bedtime, he didn't just experience better sleep immediately, he noticed cumulative benefits over weeks. His memory sharpened, he felt more alert during morning walks, and even his mild joint stiffness improved. What made the difference wasn't one single habit, but the consistent combination of all 5. Integration is about creating a holistic evening routine that signals to your body it's time to repair, recover, and restore. Start by setting a fixed bedtime and wake-up time. Your circadian rhythm relies on predictability. Going to bed and waking up at the same time daily, even on weekends, anchors your sleep-wake cycle. improving sleep depth and duration. Pair this with a screen-free window of 1–2 hours before bed, allowing melatonin to rise naturally and preparing your brain for restorative sleep. Next, pay attention to dietary timing. Finish dinner 2–3 hours before bedtime, keeping meals light-balanced and easy to digest. Replace evening caffeine and alcohol with calming herbal teas or warm milk. These small but consistent adjustments reduce digestive strain and prevent disruptions in REM and deep sleep. Incorporating stress-reducing rituals is another essential component. Seniors often carry subtle accumulated stress from daily life, family responsibilities, health concerns, or lingering worries. Evening practices like gentle stretching, deep breathing, guided meditation, or journaling can lower cortisol levels, creating a calm internal environment that supports uninterrupted deep sleep. Ms. Nakamura, 71, found that a 15-minute nightly meditation significantly reduced nighttime awakenings and improved her morning clarity. The final piece of long-term integration is consistency and reinforcement. Habits are like muscles. The more you practice, the stronger they become. Track your sleep patterns using a journal or a simple sleep tracker. Note what works and what disrupts your rest. Over time, your body will learn to anticipate deep sleep, making it easier to fall asleep quickly and stay asleep throughout the night. It's also important to recognize the ripple effects of deep sleep restoration. Seniors who maintain consistent routines experience improved memory, sharper cognitive function, and greater emotional stability. Energy levels rise, allowing for more physical activity during the day, which in turn reinforces better sleep at night. Blood pressure stabilizes muscle repair, accelerates, and overall well-being improves. This positive feedback loop is the ultimate reward for integrating healthy evening habits into your lifestyle. Think about it this way. Each evening your body is making a choice. You can continue habits that subtly undermine sleep late, caffeine, heavy meals, alcohol, screen time, or you can implement these restorative routines consistently. The difference is not immediate in every case, but over weeks and months your sleep depth improves dramatically. Your mornings become energized and your long-term health is protected. Ask yourself tonight, am I building habits that support deep sleep, or am I letting old routines slowly sabotage my health? The answer matters. Even small, consistent changes compounded over time can reverse years of sleep disruption, enhance cognitive function, and improve overall quality of life. By integrating these habits, seniors over 60 can reclaim the restorative sleep their bodies need. Sleep becomes more than just rest, it becomes a tool for health, energy, and longevity. And the stories of people like Mr. Lee, Ms. Tanaka, and Mr. Nakamura show that transformation is possible when you commit to practical, consistent, and mindful evening routines. Your journey to better sleep starts tonight. Implement one change at a time, track your progress, and reinforce the habits that work. In doing so, you'll not only improve your nights, but also enhance your days, your health, and your life. Over the past 9 sections, we've uncovered the hidden reasons why seniors over 60 often struggle to achieve deep restorative sleep. From late caffeine intake and evening screen exposure to heavy dinners, alcohol before bed, and irregular sleep schedules, each habit quietly sabotages your body's ability to rest, repair, and rejuvenate. On top of that, elevated stress hormones like cortisol can silently prevent your body from fully entering restorative deep sleep, even if you do everything else right. Now it's time to put all these lessons together and take control of your nights, because quality sleep is not a luxury. It's essential for your health, memory, mood, and overall longevity. Seniors who consistently practice healthy evening habits report remarkable improvements. Fewer nighttime awakenings, deeper sleep, more energy in the morning, sharper memory, and even reduced blood pressure. Let's start with practical, safe alternatives to the habits that harm your sleep. Caffeine replace afternoon and evening coffee, tea, and chocolate with herbal teas such as chamomile, rooibos, or peppermint. If you need a comforting warm beverage, warm milk or decaffeinated herbal blends are excellent. Screen exposure. Limit screen time at least 1–2 hours before bed. Use dim lighting in the evening, and if unavoidable, consider blue light blocking glasses or night mode settings. Reading a physical book, listening to soothing music, or journaling are excellent alternatives. Heavy dinners. Finish your main meal 2–3 hours before bedtime. Focus on light, balanced options. Lean protein, vegetables, and complex carbohydrates. Avoid fried, greasy, or spicy foods late at night. Small evening snacks, if needed, should be low sugar and easy to digest. Alcohol. Skip wine, beer, or spirits in the evening. Replace them with calming beverages, gentle stretching, or relaxation exercises. Even a brief walk after dinner can be soothing without disrupting sleep cycles. Irregular bedtime. Maintain a consistent bedtime and wake-up schedule even on weekends. Pair this with relaxing pre-sleep rituals like stretching, deep breathing, or mindfulness meditation to reinforce your body's internal clock. Stress management. Use relaxation techniques. Journaling, light stretching, and controlled breathing to lower evening cortisol levels. Managing stress throughout the day also strengthens your circadian rhythm and supports uninterrupted sleep. The key to lasting change is integration and consistency. Pick one habit to focus on tonight and gradually implement the others. Track your sleep patterns. Notice how your body responds and celebrate small improvements. With time, these adjustments compound, allowing you to reclaim the deep restorative sleep your body has been craving for years. Consider the stories we've shared. Mr. Lee eliminated evening caffeine. Ms. Tanaka stopped screen time before bed. Mr. Park shifted dinner earlier. Mrs. Kim skipped alcohol, and Mr. Nakamura maintained a consistent bedtime. Each of them experienced not just better sleep, but improved memory, mood, energy, and overall health. Their experiences prove that change is possible even for seniors who have struggled with disrupted sleep for decades. Remember, deep sleep is not just about rest, it's about healing, repairing, and rejuvenating your body and mind. Every night of good sleep strengthens your immune system, protects your heart, supports muscle recovery, and maintains cognitive function. By adopting these habits, you're not just improving your nights, you're investing in your long-term health, vitality, and quality of life. So tonight, take action. Eliminate one sleep-disrupting habit. Establish a calming pre-sleep routine and prioritize consistency. Your body will respond gradually, restoring deep restorative sleep. Wake up feeling refreshed, alert, and ready to enjoy your day to the fullest. Thank you for watching and trusting this guidance. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and share with your friends and family. Your engagement helps us continue creating valuable content for seniors seeking better health and wellness. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss tips that can transform your nights and your life. Finally, a gentle reminder, this advice is intended for general wellness purposes and is not a substitute for personalized medical care. If you have persistent sleep problems, consult a healthcare professional for individualized guidance. Your health and safety always come first. Tonight, choose to protect your sleep, and in doing so, protect your health, your energy, and your happiness. The habits you form now will shape the quality of your days for years to come.